At the edge of Taiwan's northern coast, there stands a place that looks like it arrived from the future and then decided to die there. Bright, bulbous structures curve toward the sky like stranded spacecraft. Empty windows stare back at the ocean. And for decades, people have argued not just about why these buildings were abandoned, but what they were ever meant to be. In the late 1970s, developers unveiled a bold vision near the town of Sanzhi, a seaside utopia of UFO-shaped homes designed for wealthy vacationers and returning expatriates. This was an era drunk on optimism. Space-age curves promised progress. Concrete and color promised escape. The future, they said, would be playful and profitable. Construction began fast. Roads were cut through hills. Foundations poured. The shells of the houses rose, smooth and surreal, catching the sunlight like plastic moons. Then, quietly at first, things went wrong. Accidents happened. Workers fell. Machinery failed. Schedules slipped. Costs ballooned. Some whispered that soldiers buried beneath the site had been disturbed. Others blamed financial mismanagement, oil crises, or a sudden collapse in demand. The official reasons shifted with each retelling, but the results stayed the same. The project stalled, then stopped. What remained were dozens of empty forms, too strange to sell, too expensive to fix, and too haunting to ignore. Over time, stories filled the silence. Locals spoke of bad feng shui, of restless spirits, of people who entered and never felt quite right afterward. Teenagers dared each other to explore the ruins at night. Photographers came at dawn, capturing pastel curves against gray skies, the buildings glowing softly like they still believed in the future they were promised. The debate hardened into two camps. One side said this place failed because of superstition, fear poisoning progress, myths overwhelming reason. The other argued the opposite, that arrogance had ignored warnings, cultural wisdom brushed aside in the rush toward novelty, and standing between them were the houses themselves, mute, cracked, and slowly decaying. Then in the early 2000s the decision came. The UFO houses were demolished. Piece by piece the future was erased, concrete fell, curves shattered. And with them went the chance to ever fully answer the question of what truly killed the dream. Today, the land is quiet again. New developments rise nearby, more practical, less daring. But those who remember Sanji still feel something tug when they pass the coast. Because the story isn't just about strange buildings. It's about how easily ambition can outrun understanding. About how progress, when it forgets the people and places beneath it, can collapse under its own weight. And about how sometimes the ruins we leave behind say more about us than the dreams we tried to build. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps keep these forgotten mysteries alive.